Calgary Flames general manager Craig Conroy has spoken out and revealed the real reason behind the Rasmus Andersson trade to the Vegas Golden Knights. Conroy explains the timeline of how things happen and how he was able to maximize a return despite many fans still being upset. We're going to get into all that more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's hop in to the return. I mean, it's, the water's settled a little bit here. The dust has cleared. It's been roughly, it's been almost a day and a half, or almost half a day at this point. It's been over that. What am I talking about? But it's been a while, is what we can say. And a lot of opinions have come out. A lot of people initially were like, as Flames fans, were like, what the heck is this? This is terrible. We thought, Rasmus Andersson was worth Quinn Hughes, and lo and behold, he wasn't. And a lot of other people, hockey fans that aren't Flames fans, are saying that the Flames absolutely fleeced Vegas here. But either way, let's get into Raz's quote first. He left kind of his farewell message to Calgary, to the fans, to the team, everything. So let's go over that first, just because, it tugs the heartstrings a little bit. It's nice to see. So Rasmus Andersson, he tweeted out saying, "Calgary, thank you for everything you've done for me ever since being drafted in 2015. I've loved this organization," with a couple exclamation points. He said, "I've truly loved every second of playing for this amazing team and city. To all the fans, thank you for always supporting me and keeping me honest at the same time." Raz showing a little bit of humor there, but just taking a realistic viewpoint. And honestly, Raz, we loved every second of watching you play for this team as well. From the stare downs to the goals, to that fiery passion that always came out. We are going to miss you a lot. He continues by saying, "To my teammates, coaches, training staff, and everyone at the front office, thank you. Wishing the Flames nothing but the best in the future. I'll always be a fan," which is so nice, with a little Flames emoji there at the end. But nothing but love for Raz, of course. Even if he, handcuffed Conroy in a way, which we'll get into in a second here, I don't think Flames fans will feel too much animosity towards Andersson going forward. Maybe slightly, but those are the people who care about hockey too much as a business at the end of the day, more than as what it should just be a lot of the time, which is just hockey, of course. But if we get back into the actual return here, if you missed it somehow, here's the full trade. So the Golden Knights picked up Rasmus Andersson for Zach Whitecloud, obviously a 29-year-old right-handed defenseman, so kind of almost a direct replacement for Raz, a 2027 first-round pick, a 2027 second-round pick that can become a 2028 first-round pick if Vegas wins the Cup this year. Why couldn't it have been if Colorado wins the Cup this year? And also Abram Weeb, which is, maybe we'll do another video on him, because that could be a little bit of a hidden gem in a way. But that's the return. A lot of fans underwhelmed, upset, which is fair. A lot of the times in trades, you look at trades as though that's exactly what you're getting and you're stuck with them and that's it. When I saw this right away, I was thinking, oh my gosh, we can package these up and move up in the draft. We can package more of our picks up, whatever else, some of these pieces like a Weeb, even a Whitecloud, trade them away for more picks or a young prospect or an actual NHL player to make us better. Just because you lose your biggest asset and bring in more assets doesn't mean that those assets aren't still trade assets. A lot of people think we're just stuck with those forever. We're not. We had value. We got some value back. That can still be trade value. That's just how it is at the end of the day. It's quite simple, business transactions there. Actually, NHL Discussion, who provided this graphic, for the momentum meter, they split it 50-50 right down the middle, which would lead you to assume it's a 100% fair trade. A lot of hockey fans are saying, no, the Flames won this trade. Not all, but a lot of Flames fans are saying, Calgary fumbled this trade so bad, get Conroy out of here. Either way, I don't hate this return. I really don't. After thinking about it more and more, it's not bad at all. We could maybe flip Whitecloud for a bit. Whitecloud also fits in seamlessly in a way that he still gives time Parekh to develop. He's not taking Parekh's spot. Maybe he will for a little bit, but that's fine. Parekh can adjust now that he's on his conditioning stint. He doesn't have to play every game. I see this as honestly a good thing for his development. Now, a few notes on the trade return for Andersson. So Whitecloud is a 29-year-old right-handed defenseman with 2 years remaining at 2.75 mil AAV. So pretty much almost bringing in the exact contract that Raz had in terms of what Vegas is doing, because we're retaining half. So very affordable there and easy to trade away if need be. Weeb is a 2022 Vegas 7th round pick, currently unsigned. He's a left-handed defenseman playing at North Dakota, listed at 6'3" and 206 pounds. So a bit of a bigger guy, but he plays big minutes on a D pairing with Keaton Verhoff at UND and is obviously very familiar with Cole Reshny. I'm actually going to save it for the comment of the day on Weeb here on something else on that matter, but not a bad pickup at all because once again, yes, we have loads of defensemen. More of them could be used to package up in a trade. We're not stuck with these D-men forever and they're just going to create some clog in the pipeline. No, they can be shipped out. They all have value. This isn't bad at all. I don't hate it. Elliot Friedman on Flames Talk also said that Rasmus Andersson indicated today, so this was yesterday now, he wouldn't be signing an extension with anybody at this time. That took leverage away from Calgary, knocked out Boston, and Vegas became the preferred deal. So again, anyone mad at Conroy might start turning their attention towards Raz and saying Raz, once again, another player who handcuffed Conroy or handcuffed the team and, took that away. Kind of like what Hanifin did and others. So let's just see. The real reason then, what happened here? If Conroy truly was handcuffed, which it certainly sounds like he was, then what's kind of going on here with what Conroy has to say? So let's start with this. Eric Francis pointed out or tweeted out what Craig Conroy said on the Andersson deal. He said, at the beginning, at times, I think they were open to signing an extension with other teams, but I was informed this morning they weren't open to it. You're hoping they will work with you to try to get a deal signed somewhere, but I also feel that's within his rights. This to me almost sounds like Conroy maybe being more upset at Andersson's agent and maybe a little bit towards Andersson, saying Conroy essentially saying, yeah, I did get handcuffed, essentially is what's going on here. Friedman pointed out on Sportsnet 960 that Andersson indicated he would not sign an extension with any team at this time. Once that happened, the pendulum swung to the Knights. So echoing kind of what Conroy's saying here and before. So the Knights were willing to trade without an extension in place because they were confident they could sign him. Where have we heard that before? The Hanifin trade. He doesn't see Dallas beating the Vegas offer. He was told that Toronto's first was not part of Boston's offer. Thinks Lori and another first was involved, but extension had to be included. So for everyone saying they would have rather had Boston's package, yeah, most people would have, but that would have had to have been with an extension. Who took that part away? Rasmus Andersson. Elliott also said he didn't think the Flames would get this much from Vegas, which again, this is the number one insider in the NHL. Didn't think Calgary could possibly get this much back in a trade for Andersson as a rental, and they did. So again, if you're upset about a lot of that, even some of the premier hockey people in the world are saying that the Flames kind of got a lot for Andersson here. Conroy, back to him. He said 5 teams were involved in trying to obtain Andersson, but when his agent informed the Flames yesterday morning he wouldn't sign an extension anywhere, several teams dropped out. Others reduced their offers, which does make sense, of course. Andersson would not give the Flames a number in terms of what it would take to re-sign him in Calgary. So kind of went out the window any talks of an extension. I know some Flames fans, obviously very passionate towards Andersson, were hoping that they could keep him around. It sounds like they were never even discussing numbers, which isn't all that, surprising considering the trade rumor saga went on forever. More from Conroy here. He said, we had a couple of deals in the summer that didn't go through. We weren't going to do deals we didn't like. We were going to wait as long as we could to get the best value, and I think we got a very decent return. So again, a lot of the people saying that Conroy waited too long, should have made a deal in the summer. It sounds like the package that he received now is quite a bit better than it would have been in the summer. So again, I don't think anyone is upset about that. The other side to that is, of course, that, yeah, maybe it led to Conroy being handcuffed, where in the summer it could have been done with an extension more, but who knows? We honestly don't know. Another Conroy quote here. He said, this is one move that we had to do at some point, and we're going to look to see how we can improve our team. We're going to try and get young guys in. That's the goal right now. That has been the goal all along. It's the goal right now. It's, the con ploy. It's Conroy's big master plan. He's stuck to it since day one, and he's still doing it, of course. Trying to avoid letting your UFA go to free agency and getting nothing back. I think getting, a first, potentially another first, if not a second, really isn't that bad at all. Can package all this stuff up to get higher picks, better prospects, better young NHL players, whatever. Again, I really don't hate it. But maybe you guys are going to call me a Conroy Glazer. I don't hate this trade at all. I don't think Andersson was ever going to be worth what Quinn Hughes was. We were never going to get Eichel, Marner, whoever else back from Vegas. So I really don't hate it at all. So again, kind of to summarize, Pat Steinberg with his talk from on Flames Talk, his chat with Craig Conroy. So Conroy confirms that team was informed yesterday morning Andersson wasn't extending anywhere right now. That's the handcuffing happening. Vegas must win the 2026 Stanley Cup for that 2028 second round pick to upgrade to a first. I thought it was a 2027 second rounder that would upgrade to a 2028 first, but either way, it's a second to a first if Vegas wins the cup this year. Crazy condition, but who knows? It could happen, but I don't even know if I want that to happen. And last, sides were never close on a contract in season. So again, if they were even discussing contract, it was never going to be much of anything anyway with the Flames. Wes Gilbertson says, worth noting, Flames general manager Craig Conroy says Zach Whitecloud will likely fill Rasmus Andersson's penalty kill minutes. Great. But he name-dropped Zane Parekh and Hunter Brustevich as two guys I'm expecting to see on the power play moving forward here at the NHL level, which will excite a lot of fans. Seeing both Parekh and Brustevich get some power play time now that Raz is gone. Seems like all the holes are filled in that way. And honestly, again, to me, doesn't sound too bad. Is this the best trade of all time? No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm not upset at the return one bit, seeing this as a rental, of course. If Andersson does sign in Vegas, it stings a little bit. Maybe there should have been another condition that we get another pick or prospect or some other piece if he did sign or does sign. But still, again, I'm not hating on it. Now, let's get into the comment of the day to wrap up this video, as we love to do here on the channel. It comes from yesterday's video of the breaking news. And this was honestly just a great take here, in my opinion, from Boxcar Jimmy. So Jimmy here says, Whitecloud would be a coveted piece at the deadline for a contending team. If they flip him for another pick or prospect or both, changes the outlook of this return. It's the exact same as looking at the Lindholm to Vancouver deal. Yes, we got Kuzmenko back. Kuzmenko's no longer on the Flames, but look what we traded him for. You could argue that we traded Lindholm away for Brustevich, a pick, Frost, Farabee, all that. That could be the same thing. You got to look at the tree. So he says, we'll have to see how this trade tree grows. Side note, Abram Wiebe has played a lot of minutes this year with top prospect Veerhoff at UND. With Reshny being there, Flames scouts would have a lot of viewings of this guy. Time will tell how this all plays out. Clearly, the Flames are familiar with Wiebe, so again, not a bad piece to have as well, whether he ends up becoming a player for the Flames or at least in the Wranglers, or can be packaged up in another trade. The trades will never stop, especially with Conroy. So again, I'm not hating it, but if you totally disagree, feel free to disagree in the comments below. That is always welcome. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.